What's going on, guys? It's Snoov603, and I am back. A lot of you are probably wondering where the hell I went, what I was doing, and why I was on a break. Well, first off, you probably noticed there's no intro. You're going to have to excuse that for the time being, because I am on a new PC, and I don't have the intro on this computer yet. There's a lot of things I still have to move around, which brings me into point number 2. Remember that Crisis tournament way back in March where I won a PC thanks to... Couldn't have done it without your guys' help. First and foremost, I got to give you guys credit because you're the ones that got it for me, and I cannot thank you enough. And I said that once I got the PC, I would do a video on it. I shit you not, that whole situation just got resolved and completely 100% finalized last week, like the 26th or something like that. It was 25th. Sorry, 24th or 25th. It was like just a couple of days shy of being 4 months since I found out that I won a PC. But I'm going to do a video on that. That's a whole nother shit show. That's going to be like a 20-minute long video because it is an incredibly long but very awesome story. So I really do appreciate your guys' patience regarding the outcome of that. That's going to be the next video. That'll be out either Sunday or Monday. So, what else? Why the break? Let's address that. Well, first and foremost, you guys got to remember that we've actually been doing this for 3.5 years. Just about. We started in March of 2010. Is when we got the channel up and going, and I believe it was our first video. Fake Thriller was actually the one that got the first video out, and it was just some raw gameplay that he at least cleaned up. It wasn't like completely raw. He did some post-production to it, but there's no commentary. And then our first like actual commentary I think was in April. So 3.25 years, something like that, 3 1/3 years. We're in that range of a very long time. And really simple. I needed a break. That was the first. Well, this past month was the first time I've actually had a break from doing anything with the channel in that entire time. There was one point, probably about a year ago, where Fake Thriller was like, dude, you gotta take a break. You're beating yourself up. You're wicked stressed. You're not having fun. And he was right. And I took a step back for like a week. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And I was supposed to take a month off, but I didn't. But that's all I needed. At the time, I just needed 1 week just to kind of recharge. And I was like, all right, I feel good again. I'm not stressed. I've got my eyes on the prize yet again, so we can do this. And it worked out just fine. But this time I needed a little bit longer. I actually ended up being about 5 weeks long. And it was for a number of reasons. It got to a point where I thought I was going to have like a nervous breakdown or an anxiety attack because I was worrying about the channel. I was worrying about our growth. I was worrying about the content we were putting out. I was worrying about, well, not the content itself, but how often we were putting it out. I was worrying about the fact that, Chris and I are not on the same page and stuff. And I was sweating things that I shouldn't overly worry about, like our growth and view counts and stuff. That stuff, kind of is important. You want to keep a check on it because that's how you measure your growth and how well you're doing and stuff and your success. But at the same time, it's really not important. It's YouTube. What do you want me to say? It's supposed to be fun, and it is. And I mean, yeah, making money on the side from it is always nice, but I don't need the money. I've got a really successful career, and that's where my money comes from. So I lost track for a little bit that I was more worried about our success, not the money, just our continued success of, growing rapidly and gaining subscribers and the whole 9 yards. And I was sweating that way more than I should have ever at any point in this entire time we've been doing the YouTube thing. So I had to take a step back and just said, I just threw my hands up. I was like, done. I'm just fucking done. I'm having a break. And at first, talking to Chris about it, I said, nope, it's indefinite. I have no idea when I'm coming back. And I really thought I was just completely done with it. And he was like, no, give me a time frame. We'll take it from there. So I said, okay, give me to August 1st. Or, end of July, beginning of August, and we'll take it from there. And actually, that after like 2 weeks, I started feeling really good. I was like, okay, well, I'll take the whole month off. And in that time, I've been, putting together ideas for videos and stuff moving forward to carry us until Battlefield 4 comes out. So it was really good. It gave me a chance to kind of recharge, get some ideas for some new and different things to do, put my focus on Battlefield 4 without, being focused on the channel at the same time, and paint a clear picture of where we're going and moving forward. So, I guess my involvement moving forward. Big thing is I'm going to let the comments go. I'll respond as much as I did before, a little bit, but for the most part I'm going to let the haters go. And I know a lot of people have always... some of you appreciated and some of you hated how I handled the trolls in the channel. And whatever, we have differing opinions on it, that's fine. But like about 2 or 3 months ago, I gave up on just bashing people, even if they flat out deserved it. I was like, all right, fine. You know what? People don't want to see it. I'm not going to do it anymore. But then it even got to the point where, you know, people were still giving me hell for it. So, you know what? Screw it. At this point forward, if there's a troll comment, it gets to stay there. I'm not going to acknowledge it. I'm not going to block them. I'm not going to remove the comment. We're just going to see what happens. And if you guys want the comment community to be as good as it always has been, then I'll leave it up to you to downvote them to hell and take it from there. But at this point, it's out of my hands. I'm just going to let it be itself and do its own thing. As for videos for the channel, the plan right now is to make 2 to 3 videos a week. Something of my own, and then Chris will do something on his own, and then the game speak. Chris and I are playing a lot of different games right now, so we're kind of doing our own thing, playing whatever we find fun at the moment until Battlefield 4 drops, and then we're going to be back to doing dual comms and everything else. You know, he's not into Battlefield 3, and he hasn't been for months, which is fine. I still am, because I'm still trying to get a lot better on PC. Actually, I'm going to bring back Snoov on PC, episode 5 at least. I want to give you guys an update as to where I am on that, and I'm actually very, very thrilled with where I am. But moving into my last point, Battlefield 4. I know you guys keep asking us what we're going to do, and I promise you this is not the only time you're going to hear me mention this, because we have so many people asking so often, what are we going to do for Battlefield 4 when it comes out? You're going to do the weapon reviews, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. I can tell you right now, without a doubt, we are going to be doing the weapon reviews. Not only that, but a lot more. We're going to do the weapon reviews, we're going to be doing the live comms in some way, shape, or form, probably like Golf Squad Chronicles like I did before. Very, very good chance the original Golf Squad +1, because now they're 5-man squads Battlefield 4. That'll return. I'm really looking forward to that. I did those 2 map breakdowns, both for Rush. One was Op Metro, and the other one was, I already forgot. And they went over pretty well, even though they came out really, really late in the Battlefield 3 life cycle. And something I always wanted to do. Now that I've already got it under my belt, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to bring that back for Battlefield 4 and start it a lot easier. And then, you know, we'll be doing the usual beginner tips and stuff like that, helping people get back into the game, give you just the general advice to help you become a better player, so on and so forth. Last but not least, and I'm actually really, really excited for this. I know I can only speak for myself, but we're going to be getting into, I'm going to be getting into the competitive gaming scene for Battlefield 4. I think I can speak for Scanner Barkley, because it was actually his idea that he wants to get into it. I wanted to get into it for Battlefield 3 at one point when we were doing the Golf Squad thing really heavily, but Chris wasn't feeling it, and I think Tony was so-so, and Veggie sounded like he was interested, but not really committed. So it was just kind of like if something had fallen into our laps, we probably would have done it, but otherwise we're just like, we're not going to pursue it. It's going to be different. For Battlefield 4, we're actually going to pursue it. I know at least Scanner and I, and then whoever joins us for it, we'll take it from there. So I'm done rambling. This is about 8 minutes. It's a couple minutes longer than I usually like to go. So I appreciate you guys being patient while we were gone. I know Chris tried to do his best with the channel for the time being, and he did okay. We'll be back full-time, for Battlefield 4, but in the meantime, we're just doing some vids here and there. So this weekend, look forward to me explaining what the hell happened with that whole PC scenario. It is a very long, very intricate story, seriously involving 3 different companies as to what happened. But I can explain it and break it down, and I will be able to show you guys the 3 PCs. That's right, 3 PCs that I got from that tournament. There's a little teaser for you. For those that don't follow me on Twitter, you missed out, because I've been kind of breaking it down how it's been going on from day one. So that's going to wrap it up. And actually, speaking of Twitter, if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It's at Snoov603. There's a link in the description. Same thing for Chris, at FakeThriller. Dude, I'm active on Twitter all day long, so do not hesitate to talk to me on there. Ask me questions. Just shoot the shit. Seriously, I look forward to the interaction. I really do enjoy it, guys. Thanks for watching. Be on the lookout this weekend for another video. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys later.